Hi, I'm Mark Cleghorn and welcome to the Photographer Academy, and today we're talking SmugMug and we're talking about creating more impact with the front page and making it work for you financially. So using it as a part of your marketing tool. Now this isn't going to appeal to everybody, but if you're using SmugMug to generate income like I am, I want the clients, as soon as they visit us the first time or they're going to actually view their images, if they're going to hit the front page, I want a reminder that there might be a sale on, or kind of there's a 3 for 2 offer or whatever it's going to be. And that's that front page where we can really create a kind of a quick dynamic for us to encourage the client to go, oh, it's a good time to buy. And obviously, if you're using databases and kind of mail out towards clients as well, it's a great excuse to actually for them to come and revisit your site as well with it. Now, in this film, we're going to be looking at how we kind of just simply apply a graphic to an image onto the front page, but I'm also going to give you some simple skills, how you can kind of go into the likes of Photoshop and create a little bit of a dynamic kind of graphic for yourself to actually then drop onto a photograph to actually just make it a little bit more sexy. Because at the end of the day, a SmugMug site, whatever design you do, is a sexy site. And what we don't want to do is obviously kill it with kind of bad graphics or bad kind of looking elements actually on the front home page. Because remember, it's the home page where people visit you for the very first time, and if you don't impress them at that point, then that's going to be a problem as well. It can not only just be used for using it as far as the graphics to encourage people to buy, of course, but it could also be there for you to encourage clients to have a message, so kind of subliminal text that is on photographs as they're going through the home page to begin with, to create that little bit more of an energy, a little bit more thought, and a reason for them to click into your site and want to see more. Whole point is to stimulate the client to just actually click in, to go deeper in towards your site, and then fingers crossed be booking you as their photographer. Without delay, let's get into the film. So it's this front image here that we really want to actually kind of bring alive and make it a little bit more interactive for the client, encourage them to do something. Now in this session we're going to be showing you some kind of very in-your-face ways as well as some subtle ways as well. But let's just kind of show you the instant kind of change here. So I'm going to just go into customize the site. And with this certain design, I'm just going to click onto the little tool here, and it's going to bring in the options, and the photo I've chosen, I'm going to get rid of that. Then I'm going to click onto the photo to choose the photo again. And I've already got a folder in here called promotional images. So I'm just going to click onto that one and click done. And you can see already now that basically if I publish that straight away, you can see the dramatic difference that's got. I could also add on to a kind of a click here, so it'll take them into a different page. In fact, if I click on this photograph now, it takes them to my gift experience page. So this kind of tells them about how they can actually buy it for friends and family and everything else with it. So again, this could have been a link to the offer. So what is on offer for this month and so on, because the front page, even though it's got a great graphic there, it doesn't really show you or tell you exactly what is going on and so on. So remember, you can use that linkable page off to it. So let's go ahead and actually make up the kind of the graphic. Now the first thing that I would do is try and work out the crop size of this image. So you work in wise in the likes of Photoshop instead of kind of guessing where graphics is going to be and where it's going to be positioned and so on. And that's what I've already done. Ignore these for a minute, we'll come back to those. So what I want to go and choose is a photograph. So if I just go and choose this image here, and what I want to do is kind of use the crop tool. So I'm just pressing C on the crop in Photoshop. Now I've worked it out already for the size of graphic that I want to have a good enough resolution for the front page. Remember, SmugMug takes care of all the resize and everything else, but I'm going to have a 3,979 pixels wide by 1,354 pixels high. So I'm just going to click into it and just move my subject into the place where I want them to be. And double click in here, and then what I want to do is start to add some graphics onto it. So I could basically cheat like I've done here, and if I just kind of drag one of these, I could add use MAD, so just kind of drag and drop in that onto the page, and then if I just 25% off as well, and kind of put these into the position. So instantly we've got quite a powerful kind of marketing kind of element within that. So if I just kind of click onto the F2 to flatten my image for a minute, and I just go and save that. Let me just put a 0 in front of this. So this is just mad. Just press save. Just pressing OK. Perhaps we want to have a little bit more of a subtle image. So I'm just going to go and click up onto my kind of one of the wedding images. Once more, I want to crop to put it into the exact place. And then with my text tool, just perhaps make a bounding box to restrain the text of where it's going to go. And then I'm just going to paste in there some text that I did beforehand. And then I can move it around on the page to get a much more kind of subtle saying or kind of variety, whatever it is. And again, the whole point is that it's so quick to do, as you can see, that we can just change them weekly if so wish. And one of the things that I do on Facebook, I always kind of try and change my header. And this is something perhaps you could kind of link in to your page as well, your SmugMug page, and link it in with your Facebook page, that they all have the similar header at that time. So again, it's kind of the same messages out there. Let's just click save onto that for a minute. Right, and let's show you how to kind of work out that text and how simple that is as far as the 3D element is concerned here. So if I just double click, and let's just go and choose another photograph for a minute. Just go and choose this sinister one. And first thing I'm going to do is just kind of, again, once more is my crop. And now I want to kind of add some text in towards here. So let's just go with some white text for now. We'll just go ahead and, what should we do? 25% off reprints this week. So there's my kind of key. Let me just make that up a little bit bigger. Now I've already made an action up within my Photoshop. So I basically, once I've made up the text here, I can kind of then go ahead and click on the 3D action. I'll show you that in a minute. But just before I do that, I'm going to just press my Alt key and drag that away, just so I can kind of have the same size of text and everything else. So it's just use code. And that's pretty much it. So let me just click onto that. So all I'm going to do is click onto my 3D text here. That's going to actually convert it in Photoshop into a 3D text element. I can move it around into the shape that I want and everything else. Then all I need to do is actually click on my rasterized layer. Once more, I'm going to actually onto this text layer now. I'm just going to click onto my 3D text once more. And if you want to see how we make the 3D text up quite simple, check out one of the films on the Photographer Academy. So I just want to move those around, I think, so the one on top of there, that's pretty cool. Once more, I'll just flatten that layer down, save it again. Just clicking on to save. And now, of course, just coming back into SmugMug once more. And this one, I just want to upload images. So on the top of the front of the screen here, just clicking on to upload, and then it's to an existing gallery. I want to choose the promotional page, clicking on to done, and then click and browse. Let's just kind of click into those 3 images, press open. That's going to upload them, of course, ready for me. SmugMug will take a couple of seconds to convert those files. So you can see them coming in here. That's how quick it is. So let's just go back to the front page once more. So if I wanted to see a little bit more of a kind of a subtle design on the front page, clicking back onto the customized site, clicking onto the little toolbar for the options, getting rid of the photograph first of all, choosing my promotional part. Let's see the wedding one first of all. And again, if I wanted this to kind of link into a different location, of course, all I would do in the options panel is actually change the custom URL that we've actually pasted in there. So this, as I said, is going at present to the promotions page that we've made up with it. So let me just click on done for that. So that's the way that would work. If I wanted to change that to the little bit more kind of in your face ones, once more, you get the kind of idea by now. It's so quick to do it. Just pressing done. And publish now. And then all I need to do, of course, is just to kind of go off to the promotions page and adjust that in the way that I wanted to do it. So again, the whole point of this film was to really encourage you to not just think of a static site, especially if you perhaps chose one of the SmugMug designs where it has a slideshow on the front screen where it's changing images all the time, that you could then actually add different kind of messages into each one. And there's no reason as well, you know, where we've got all these kind of images down here at the bottom, and they are all images, there's no reason why we couldn't make some of these into text to tell a little bit of a tale before we go anywhere else. But as I said, customizing your front page for your marketing is an essential tool to kind of encourage clients to really get in there and kind of spend some money and obviously make you some. That's it. I'm Mark Clegg for the Photographer Academy. See you next time. Bye-bye.